All of these DVDs and a couple CDs came, and a VHS tapes, came in a trade today in my store. Here's my store. It's Friday, Black Friday, November 24th, 2023. And I had someone come in, repeat customer, brought in some goodies, and we traded. He got some new stuff, and I got some new stuff. So it's a win-win. So this is everything I got. I've broken it up into different categories here. So I've got Blu-rays, I've got all these DVDs. DVDs are in order by genre. And then I have one CD, some VHS tapes, and then two over here, a VHS slot and a CD set that I'm going to sell on eBay. So out of all of this stuff, just two items are going on eBay. You may or may not be familiar with these or with this one. If you've been selling for quite a while, you've probably seen this. Power Talk, Anthony Robbins. It is not an item that sells that often, even the entire set. This is a 7 CD set. I have all of them in the box, which is great. And also, they are sealed, as you can see, except for one. The first one, where is it? The first one here is open, but the other 6 are still sealed. So that's going to help it sell. Even with that, even if the other one was sealed, it still doesn't sell for much, unfortunately. But I'm going to list it, lowest price available, especially for new items, and I will promote it. You know, you can promote it at a certain percentage. I'm going to promote it a little bit higher than usual and see if I can move it. I sold one of these last couple months that had sat for a long time, but it wasn't sealed. So we'll see if that makes much of a difference in moving this quicker. But I figure it's not really, I mean, I could put it in my store, but I don't know. I don't know if anyone's going to pick it up. I hadn't thought about that. I'll see. If it doesn't sell within a few weeks or maybe a month, I'll probably pull it and just put it in my store, see if it sells there. But either way, it's an item that there's a lot of copies of it, fortunately, and there's a lot of DVDs out there of him, so this isn't really in high demand. This is an older one as well, as you can see from how young he is here. So if you see one of these, even if it's complete, even if it's sealed, I wouldn't pick it up. But since I got it as a trade, I'll try to recoup some of the value of what I gave up and make a little money. The other lot I'm going to put on eBay is the Peanuts or Charlie Brown lot. It's all Charlie Brown VHS tapes. There's 6 of them, 3 in the normal sleeves here. And thankfully, there's a Christmas one. And then, is there another one? These are all the clamshells. This is Happy Birthday. The Pied Piper. So there's actually one that's only holiday related. I mean, there's one for Easter, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, there's actually a good amount of VHS tape lots, Charlie Brown lots, and Peanuts lots that sell. So I feel pretty good that this will sell. Again, I'm not going to sell it for that much. I'll try to sell it quicker, sooner than later. But regardless, if I sell both of these, I will recoup most of the money. Well, I didn't pay for them, but nonetheless, the value of the items that I traded them for. So that's good. And even if they don't sell super quick, eventually when they do sell, I will get some money back for that. And in the meantime, I will put all of these items in my store. So VHS tapes, I get pretty excited about those because I do have some collectors and people that like to buy VHS tapes in my store. So these here are Beatles Help tape. By the way, in general, there were other items. So this is everything. There were other items that I got, other DVDs and some VHS tapes that were part of this trade that I didn't keep. So there was even more. It's just that some of them didn't make sense for me as an FYI. So I have Beatles Help on VHS, which I've never had on VHS. And then Dracula. This is the 1931 version of Dracula, which is cool. That one does sell on eBay for like $8 to $10. So it's not something I'd waste selling on eBay. For me personally, if you can get, if you get it for free, then maybe sell it for $8, $9. But But yeah, I'll put it in the store for $4, see what happens. This one, Charles Bronson, we'll see if this one sells. This is a pretty cool cover. The Evil That Men Do. I've never had this one in the store. That's a nice one. Slightly Married to an Axe Murderer. That's one that there's a lot of copies of on eBay. I don't know if that's going to move, but I figured it'd be nice to have it as an option. Have a bigger selection in the store. So that one I'm going to put out. Now, when it comes to the rest of these, all these Blu-rays, I haven't had any of these Blu-rays in my store before. So I love getting new Blu-rays in. These will all go out next week. Yeah. And this one's newer, The House. I'm not familiar with some of these, like The Woman in Black or The Drop or Special ID. I don't know about those, but any new titles on Blu-ray, I always put them out because they are popular for sure. Now, these four are all older movies. I have a section for movies that are from the 1980s and older, so basically 1989 and older. So I got movies from the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, even some from the 40s in there. And most of these, well, aside from this is a much older movie, but these are all 80s movies. A Fish Called Wanda, My Blue Heaven. Weekend at Bernie's was a 1989 movie, so snuck it in there for the 80s. So some classic stuff. Yeah. And then I've got action mixed together here. 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag. That's an older movie from the 90s, but it's still an action movie, so I'll put it in the action section. This one, Shia LaBeouf is Charlie Countryman. I haven't heard of that one before. That looks interesting. Death Kiss. That's a new one I haven't had in the store before. I like to really have, as many big of a selection as I can fit. And when I get new titles that I've never had before, it's always a good thing for my existing customers and new people to find me. This one's really cool. It's four films with black actors. Someone's here now, so I need to stop the video. So this one's cool though, because it's got 4 older movies. I do have a section that has movies that are largely a black cast, so I'll put that there. Okay, where was I? Had a customer come in, so now we're back. So yeah, this one here looks really cool. All these old school movies: Black Samson, Black Belt Jones, Hot Potato, 3 the Hard Way. So yeah, they got that one. And then this says it's savagely funny. I think it's a comedy. Very Bad Things. This is an older movie. Christian Slater, Cameron Diaz. Never heard of it before. And then George Lopez. Stand-up DVD. Stand-up comedy DVD. And then I've got a documentary here about Lennox Lewis. And there's Mike Tyson, of course, The Untold Story. So that's an interesting one. Put that one out. The River Wild. Do you remember that one? From the 90s with Meryl Streep and Kevin Bacon. I believe I saw that in the theater. Haven't seen it since I saw it in the theater. Cooties, I've never seen this one. This is horror, like comedy horror. I'll put it in the horror section though. This one ends up that it's going for around $10-11 on eBay. And there's not a ton of copies according to what eBay showed me after searching. So I'm going to have that one for $5 in the store. And then this one is more rare. The Boy Who Could Fly. It's a PG movie. Of a kid's one. This one, the cheapest price on eBay was, this is with shipping, so it's $10 plus shipping, like $14. And then it went up from there, went into the 20s. A couple have sold in the last 90 days, so I'll put this in the store for $7. I'd rather just put it in the store than try to list it on eBay. It's not really worth it to sell it for $15. I'd rather just have more variety in the store than put it on eBay. It just doesn't make sense for me. All in the Family, of course, All in the Family. The first season. This one I'll just sell for $3 in the store, so I always love to get TV box sets. I don't know if I have that series, any of those seasons from that series in the store. I'll have to look, but if I do, too bad. But if I don't, I'll definitely put it out. So I think this was a nice haul, nice trade rather, but still a haul that I get in today. I always get excited when people bring in some stuff, because that's partly how I am able to put out new inventory in my store, is by people trading with me, donating, of course, and me making purchases from people, usually in larger quantities, not just gaylords and pallets, but people bringing me a box or two, kind of a thing. But trading is like trading slash credit. I don't mind because I like to move inventory and bring in new inventory, and it generally is a win-win situation for both parties because they get rid of stuff they don't want, they get some new items, and then I'm able to have new inventory for the next couple of weeks, depending on what it is. And usually it works out really well. Always just depends on what people bring. If they're not bringing me something that I can use, then of course it's not going to work. I can't do the trade, but by and large, I get good stuff. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.